This is overwhelming, and it's incredibly exciting.
Somebody had a big hit.
Seriously.
Ooh, we can't be in this box. West Point hand-stitched jacket, and they used it in a movie.
Dang. At first we thought just a display or something, right? But then we looked it up, and
This is a locker nut, Jack.
all right, what's up, Locker Nuts? We are here with Mike, the Storage Auction Pirate, and this is the famous unit he just bought recently, $5,500, military. So we meaning me, this guy,
What up?
Store Stalker, and those guys, Jebus and Amber, they just split. We all came over to be tourists in the locker.
We came over because we had a little interesting game called the Pirate Game. So you guys want to check that out? These guys did a little competition. Who could become the locker whisperer? I picking the best box. So you have to check that out on my channel.
His channel. We'll put a link. We'll put a card or something, and then the link will be in the description as well as the playlist for all the videos that could come out of this locker right here. So how about I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys a little bit closer look right now. All right, so here we got the wide angle view of this locker, and this is craziness. This is overwhelming, and it's incredibly exciting. Look at all the military stuff. There's so much stuff that we can't even take it in. Like, kind of had to stand here for like 15 or 20 minutes and just look, because there is so much to see, so much that he hasn't gone through yet. In fact, he's really barely gone through much at all. Only this little section over here. So there's tons of videos to come. And what he invited us to do, along with these games that we just played, is pull a few things out and go through it. So I pulled out this trunk and a couple items over here. Let's take a closer look at that. All right, so you know how we love our military trunks? I think this qualifies. It's a military trunk, yeah?
Yeah, I think that the one that Jebus did on his channel was a 1945. Very similar.
Very similar. Yeah. You can tell even just the box is a great find. Like, if I found just the box in a locker, I'd be super excited.
Oh, there's numbers on there.
Ooh, let's say Beagle. Huh.
It's probably his last name, maybe. Or the company.
That's a date, 1969 maybe?
Is it, yeah, that's exactly. Maybe it's a Vietnam era then. I'm not sure the exact year.
We got some magazines. California Highway Patrolman. So that's interesting. So a lot of military and a lot of police items, isn't there? Cocaine bust, 3.6 million. Look at that. That's kind of crazy. So that's the kind of stuff this guy was into. Stolen pickup shoots at pursuing CHP officer. This looks like some interesting stuff. 1993 Highway Patrol magazines. Very cool. Yank, the Army Weekly. 1945.
In the World War II era.
Ooh.
Actually, December 1st, 21st, 1945 was just after, correct?
I'm not sure.
I think because it ended in 1945 in August, maybe? I could be wrong.
Look at these photos. This reminds me of that locker we just got, because it has so much old paper and just so much history locked inside. Very cool magazine. What are the values on these magazines? It's got to be worth something, right? Look at this. Pipe swapping in Burma.
That's interesting.
That really is. That's something else. That's a great photo. This is the best one. There's the Capitol. And we got another newspaper here. Oakland Tribune, 1965. Oh, space too. I had the guy that I bought the locker of was really into space as well as Apollo. He had all kinds of photos of the Apollo 13, I think. So
interesting.
Very cool.
NASA stuff is always fun to find.
Yeah, I like it. It reminds me of being a kid, dreaming about being an astronaut. Raids, 1995, Bosnia. Very cool.
That's Desert Storm area, correct?
I think so. It started in 93. I forget when it ended.
Look at this thing.
That looks crazy.
Wow.
Future of heavy sniping. That's pretty neat. You've got so much neat stuff in here. You can just like come down with your chair, sit for a while, and go go through one box every day, you'd be here for a year or longer.
That's how it's felt so far.
Yeah. So cool. All right, what do we got here? A-10, the 81st Tactical Fighter Wing. Thanks for your support. So this was...
That looks like how long he served. See how it doesn't necessarily look like when you die, but more of like your service in that time frame. See how it's like that?
This is really cool. It's an etching, right?
Maybe or a print on metal. It's neat
nice. Though. Yeah. This locker is crazy.
It's nuts.
It's nuts. This is locker nuts for sure. For sure. Oh, look at that. 1917.
Whew.
Entire 10499 numbers?
What?
This is like brittle. What does that mean?
That I don't know. My first thought was stocks, and then my second thought was taxes.
Wow.
But that's $10.99.
Well, maybe if some of you guys know, you can put in the comments what you think this represents, all these numbers. It says continued from the previous page. Preceding page. Look at this, very formal.
Jack is so cautious and careful.
It's just for some rip.
Right now is where people would be like, Pirate, you're like a bullet train show. You don't understand the value of it.
I'm not wearing latex gloves. I'm going to get comments on that, I'm sure. 1941.
I always like to read what happened in, like passing ace in 195-pound junior fullback. I like knowing what happened in the time. Billie Holiday.
Whoa.
Nice.
Wow. 1941. No kidding.
What were we trying to sell here? Oh, we could go to this bar.
The tinkle of fine glasses, laughter, gay banter, and music.
Right.
Get out of that.
That means happy. That in this day and age, that was a word just reference to happy, I would believe.
Good times. Good times.
What is that, a Christmas picture?
Christmas carols. It's a cover from a Christmas Carol book.
All right.
It's old. This is a lot of... Okay, we won't go through all this stuff, right? But 1941, this is some really interesting stuff. This is going to be a specific...
What is your take on newspapers? Because a lot of times I find newspapers and people think that like I'm throwing away $1 million newspapers. And I think a lot of times people often forget that newspapers are one of the most common produced things. Everybody had one.
Yeah. And some of the bigger... Like, the only old ones we found are usually, like, the big events, right? Like the Pearl Harbor.
JFK shot, stuff like that.
Gulf War, Iraq War. Anytime there's an event like that, they know that people are going to buy more newspapers, so they produce more, which means there's more supply, which brings, even demand is higher. It keeps the prices low, so they're not really worth that much.
Yeah.
I've never found one to be worth much. What we got here? We got some stickers. A whole thing of stickers. Department of the Army.
I believe this person had a side job of doing recruitment.
That's what that is, right? Oh, you know what this is? Is it window decals? Oh, no, I don't want to peel it off, but it's pretty neat.
Nice.
This is stuff we'd never find.
Ooh, we can't be in this box.
Uh-oh.
That's a nice little...
We've been warned. That's neat.
Could I put that in the front of my house?
Yeah.
1941.
Oh, 1941, that's...
1919, so he likes those eras because it's World War I-ish era, World War II-ish era.
Wow. Recruiting, that's what you thought, huh?
The Liberty Bell?
Neat.
I feel like I almost know stuff, like parts of history classes popping into my brain right now.
I had a question.
Why
is the Liberty Bell cracked? It always been cracked like that?
I believe it happened in a war of some form or a bomb. Like some type of thing hit it. I could once again be wrong.
Something happened that they didn't want to fix it, I think. Because the crack was representative of something bigger. Reference book, 1967. U.S. Army Command.
What are we referencing? Oh, schematics.
Oh, there's a helicopter. So I think we have some other helicopter stuff here.
For the missiles.
Wow, look at that. It's pretty cool.
I hope we find one of those in a storage and we can go just play with it one day.
What else have we got in here? Jackets. We got some clothing now. Goldstein and Company, costumers, San Francisco.
What are those? Are those 3 different sizes?
CHWLG, large, but
I found something like these earlier, and they said the San Francisco Opera House on it. They looked very similar to this.
this feels nice. This is definitely custom, right?
I would, if I had to guess, I would say this is 20s or 30s.
Wow.
Just by the way, if I had to guess, I know I'm often wrong, but I just go by the type of quality products that were used and the stitching and the material and just the coloration of the material. But then again, I'm known to not know very much.
It's hard to know that much about this kind of stuff because it is so incredibly rare.
I don't like to share my knowledge too much because I like to play dumb, so then people don't, if you show all your knowledge, everybody's like, I'm going to copy this guy because he knows everything and he's got to be knowing, so I like to play dumb.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Sure. Playing dumb. No, I'm just learning.
This looks like something Prince had a concert in, doesn't it?
Kind of does. Definitely.
Can't you picture Prince coming out?
Yeah.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today.
Sergeant Pepper's, maybe? Kovacs. Now, this is the same thing, the Goldstein and Company.
It is, but it's a total different style. This looks more like a conductor's or something. I feel like these are from the Opera House.
I could see that. I could see that, but I've never seen that before in a locker. This is some interesting stuff.
And this is only one of about 200 boxes in this storage unit.
I keep saying I've never found anything like this before, but I've never spent anywhere near that much for a locker.
What's the most you've spent on a locker?
$1,500.
Which was this week?
Yeah, and when I bought one once before for $1,500 also. That's my high score so far.
I know what Alex's is.
Yeah?
It's $7,400 for 2 lockers twice. He hasn't beat that.
I was there that day. You look like you're gonna throw up.
He did it twice though. Twice he's bought.
On the back.
Let's see. This?
Oh, it's inside out.
Oh, it's inside out.
Did I say 1924? I think it is for darn near that age, because if I look at the style of the buttons and this type of patch, like if you, this is what it says. This is one of those things where if you had a black light, this would glow a certain type of material, color versus newer material. You wouldn't see it, and that's how a lot of ways people date the ages of this with a black light and the way it glows.
Oh wow! Look at you. Yeah, fountain of knowledge over here.
But he don't like telling people his knowledge.
All right, we got some sort of a hat here. It's missing the emblem here. It's also, I mean, it's old. It's got a little condition issues here on the brim. But what's this about right here?
Usually that's where like the maker of the hat comes, and it'll tell you like the company it made, and
okay.
Or if you were in the military, you can slide your own thing in there, and you know it's yours in case, you know, like when you play in a little league team, you put your little name in so nobody takes your hat, you know, when you're in the batting dugout. You guys didn't play little league?
1 year. We didn't win any games.
Jack thinks that's for bald eagles landing on his arm right now.
I was thinking that, totally.
What is it?
Or canine training, maybe?
I believe, I'm probably wrong, but I feel like it goes on the side of something and it holds your rifle.
Oh, that makes more sense.
It's like your holster. I could be wrong.
Right.
Or it could be like when you're going through somewhere and it goes around your ankles and it helps like a snake bite, possibly. Something of that nature would be my 2 guesses.
Because not everyone's arms are as big.
Well, yeah, and bald eagles are not flying around everywhere just to land on your arm.
I don't think the military has a lot of eagle training or anything.
They should. I would love to have a trained eagle.
That'd be dope. That'd be for psychological warfare. Scare the
psychological warfare? I didn't know eagles were psychological. Okay.
Well, if you saw the enemy,
a bunch of eagles coming towards you, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Run.
Retreat. Nice little holster here. What does that say? Hunters?
Hunter.
This looks old too, huh?
It doesn't look military. She looks just more like a Western, you know, projectile dispenser theme.
So here we have another little bag. I don't see military markings on this.
Looks Vietnam War era. Probably hold a radio or something. The size of that looks like something that would have some type of radio or...
They have Velcro back then?
Yeah.
They do.
Right now is where we're going to insert what year Velcro was invented. Oh, look at this, Alex.
American Legion?
No, Alex is from Sacramento.
Oh, there you go, Sacktown.
American Legion?
Yeah. Huh? 61?
That was a school around the corner from my house. It was called American Legion. It was a high school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what country that is?
Russia.
All right, good.
Is it called the sickle and the hammer?
I think so.
I think so, too. I don't think I've ever
You have
seen
it
it.
in, yeah,
Oh, this way. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That's for when it's cold
How
outside,
much
girl.
do you think this would get?
Honestly?
Yeah. Because it looks old, too.
It's the thing about, like, see, and when it comes to military stuff, there's two countries that usually perform really well in the resale. One is America, the other is German. Usually have the highest resale. Russia, stuff does not yield as much money. I'm not particular reason why, but like if this was German from the same era, I bet you it's 3-4 times the value. Same with American, but I would speculate I can get 25 to 40 for that.
Message. 1957, Velcro was invented.
Oh, yeah.
Fact check.
Yeah.
It's not that old.
It's not, but look at that. You seen one of these before, Alex?
Actually,
Alex probably don't even know who Felix the Cat is.
Seen one on I think the TV show.
Yeah.
It was always on the wall. I think it was that 70s show.
Oh, it's not even an actual. I see. I thought it was Felix the Cat. You guys remember? You remember that, Jack? Probably a little young for Alex, but.
So, but this is where the eyeballs go click, click, click as the tail goes back and forth. These are super popular. Whenever you see a TV show and they're set back in the 70s or early 80s, then they're going to have this on the wall because it's iconic at the time.
That would be cool for your backdrop on your YouTube lives. But you know what I really think was cool? If you put that in your garage and messed with your cat.
Totally. Well, look at that.
Ooh.
License plate.
Is that a license plate or a street sign? That looks like a license plate.
It's got the bolts here.
Yeah. It's not registered.
Looks like it used to have a sticker right here.
Wow. I wonder. I have no clue when that era is from.
Me neither. That's cool though. Definitely, that's would be an Alameda item. Thompson Center Arms contender.
Oh, why can't we find any of those?
Maybe you will.
Maybe we will.
Look at that. This is the book that came with the. What's that? Poisonous Snakes of North America. I think that's something entirely different.
I think that's it's just random. Remember how I said earlier, possible snake bite things?
Yeah.
Because one of the things that the military does is they're always off walking through uncharted territories and forest and off-road stuff, and actually getting snake bites is pretty common.
Yeah, for sure. North America, South America, Southeastern Asia. It's pretty interesting.
This trunk is paying off.
It's a good one. That's something.
I can tell you what that's for.
What's that?
A wrench kit.
Oh, okay.
Tools of some form, maybe.
Yeah.
It says right here, but I think it's for tools.
American?
Tool accessories. Like, they have, like, I've seen these before, like a little tank kit. Like, every wrench you need to fix a tank is right there. Because that's what they do when your tank broke down and you're in the middle of the war. Like, you better get it going.
Use and care of body armor. Fragmentation protective vests. That's cool.
I don't even know if I like the way that sounds. Fragmentation.
1981. It seems so much older. Just looking at it, just seems older. But to me, 1981's not that old.
Ooh, a baseball card sleeve. That's random.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, this is not open. So,
And it's
I'll not be
$3.
opening it. Chin. It's a chin strap for a helmet.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, yeah, it was $3. When they bought it, but who knows when that was. And there's some random stuff in here.
Last time I bought a military locker, I sold 500 chin straps from from Vietnam era on eBay for $1,500. The guy bought them all to replace his helmets with.
It's just some randomness, huh?
That is
They look blue chip stamp. This may be to a flagpole.
a finial. It's a finial for a lamp.
Oh, okay.
Dang it, there I go
Who
giving away.
knows the name of the thing on top of the lamp?
Apparently pirates.
Finial.
Is that a nut with the...
This is a locker nut, Jack.
It is,
And
isn't
it's
it?
stamped.
Stamped?
Yeah, see, it's got
Yeah, how about that?
December 5th, 1950.
What the heck? Even the nuts are
Locker food
special in this locker. There's a little shell with just like random stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. Even a little plastic bag's got interesting stuff.
You didn't know the top of a lamp's called a finial?
I think hardly nobody knows that.
I don't think I've ever even heard that word before. I've heard a lot of words. Find enemy lines.
What is this?
Presidio Army. San Francisco, right? Yeah. Presidio. Secret weapons.
They must have a tribute to this little group of people that helped in 1942, 1945. I want to see what's inside.
I think these are posters.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Dang.
The same.
All right.
This is cool.
It's a shame they're bent up, though.
Yeah. Yep, it is a little bit.
Condition is everything. What else you got in there, Jack? Ooh!
Got a helmet.
It looks like an extra large.
Try it on, we'll see.
I got a big head, so we will see.
Jack says he's got a big head, Alex.
That's too big, Jack.
That is too big. This is big. Because I do have a big head.
Lockerware challenge. Oh!
Somebody had a big head.
Seriously.
Ow.
You got a bigger head than I do then.
That is...
But actually, it's missing some. See what goes in here?
The inside.
Yes, it's the part that makes it comfortable.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. It snaps in.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's big still.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What do you think the biggest round thing would stop?
I forget. This right here would be hard to stop more than a bullet. I don't think that would stop like a 45 shot to the head, would it?
It might ricochet it.
Maybe.
I always forget, but it's very significant. Maybe you guys can help Jack and I below, but it's a front seam helmet, and I always forget if that's World War II or post, because this front seam or back seam deciphers that, and I always forget. You guys can comment below and tell us. What are those?
I don't know.
They're very, very old.
Does it look like sleeves?
If I had to guess, okay, is it connected?
Only by a safety pin.
They're not sleeves. Well, no, because they're connected here. See how they're sewn together?
Like a band to a band member, probably.
Yeah.
Put your arm in and the back flaps like almost like wings.
Okay. Yeah. Try it on, Jack. Yeah.
That's when you're...
I feel like they're German.
Harry Potter.
Looks so, you know, this if you got horns. Boom, hitting the drum, right?
There we go, not a drum.
Yeah.
They're very old.
Yeah.
You could tell by the stitching, and once again, the patches, if you ran a black light through that. Look at that's like handcrafted there. I learned something when Matthew was here that he showed me on some of the World War II patches. The women actually took the time and they would stitch their name on the back. So it would say like Susan or Karen on the back of the patch. Ooh, you know what that is, Jack?
No.
Well, take a guess. Take a look at it and guess. I want to see what you guess.
I'm going to say Navy. Just because it's blue.
You think?
I believe there's patches on the inside that might dictate.
This reminds me of like that movie Taps. You ever seen that? Matthew Hutton.
It doesn't have the normal patch, but one thing I do notice right there.
Get those glasses back.
I see.
Warner Brothers. Wardrobe.
There's a patch that goes right here, and this patch right here says West Point Academy.
Ah.
West Point's always in a lot of movies. This was an original, because this is probably like 20s, 10s, 20s, 30s tops. West Point hand-stitched jacket, and they used it in a movie.
Dang.
And that is the Warner Brothers, and this is possibly the actor. They say they use numbers to reference. So they knew that this person wore, because if you look on the front, I'm going to teach you something. There should be some gold. Is this a different kind of West Point? Because the West Point I had gold.
These?
Maybe they switched at one point. Because it looks just like the West Point I had. And they had gold knobs here. I was thinking maybe this one was different because it was... I get the ambiance that it was tattered a little bit. Like, say when you film a movie and you get, like, dirty, they don't want you to wear the one you wore after you got dirty. Right. Or before. They want to switch it up. But maybe I'm wrong on this being West Point, because this is not lining up to the exact one. That might be older. Like Civil War era. This right now is where we need your guys' help. If you guys can help us, because now I sound like a not very intelligent that I was wrong on being West Point. You guys can help us out.
What a thing on top of the lamp is called. You got enough knowledge.
Apparently I pressed Alex with that, or impressed him. Are we done in the trunk?
That's it for the trunk.
No more junk in Jack's trunk.
Nope.
All right.
That was a good trunk, though.
It was.
We used to have a ton of trunks in there.
There is... we can't tell you guys how many trunks you have to watch.
So we pulled these things out, too, to take a look at, because they just look cool. What does this look like?
That looks like the helicopter that you was just looking at in the magazine.
It does, huh? Don't you think?
If you look at it, the hinges are up this way, and the release button's at the bottom. But it's actually tilted because if you look at that's the way it probably goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because look, open, close. I'm not gonna force it, but it still works a little bit in some WD-40.
It could go to possibly a helicopter. It could possibly go to a Jeep, or it could possibly go to like a big Hummer or something, maybe. I'm just picturing.
I'm thinking helicopter because it's extremely light and any aircraft is trying to go light as possible.
Yeah, it is light.
All right.
Yeah,
it does have some numbers right here. Okay. Is right.
Pull this out to take a look at it. At first we thought just a display or something, right? Because it's made out of wood. But then we looked it up, and this is a practice round, right?
Practice is for training.
Yeah.
Training purposes.
The wood's gotten split here.
This probably just happened in the storage because at some point the dryness of the storage and climate did that.
Yeah. It's too bad, but it does show us what's inside, which appears to be metal. It has metal inside. It's not light. It's pretty heavy, but it's like that. Well, maybe right there. It's definitely heavier on the front there.
And what did you see when we looked those up? Because we did look it up. What was the price on that training?
$280, right?
$249.99.
That's incredible. See, this one piece right here, it's almost 250 bucks.
That's nice.
Yeah, this is a treasure trove for sure. So I think that's it, right? All right, thanks again, Mike, for having us out. I had such a great time going through that locker and experiencing some of it for myself. We just went through a little bit, and it was incredible. I kept saying while I was there, man, if I found even a couple of these boxes in a whole locker, that locker would have been a success, and I would have been so excited. And here, he has a whole locker full of these types of boxes. Amazing stuff. Whoever owned it before was an incredible collector, and I barely come across any military stuff, and we always get excited when we do. This is a treasure trove. So guys, if you haven't seen his videos yet, I put a playlist in the video description where you can go and watch all the videos he has up so far. But you see, he's got tons more to go through, so there's gonna be a lot more great videos to come. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, all right, because I sure did. We had a great time. Me, Alex, Jebus, Amber, we were all having fun with Mike on that day, and I hope you guys liked it too. If you did, hit me the thumbs up, show me that you like this sort of thing, that you like seeing us go through lockers and seeing what we find inside, what's been stored away and forgotten about. It's so fun, and we have more good stuff to come, right? We started a locker last time. You saw me buy it at auction and start loading it up. We're gonna get back to that in the next episode, but until then, good luck to you. God bless you. We'll see you next time here on Locker Nuts.